Hi once more. Thank you by being here with me. So have longer songs who are holding the political matter through the homeland and through the world who are so highlight, but not by being here because are like us so common and the stewardshiping in this program, is because are somewhat are just shaped up at the war from other which at the war today being twisted and then shall be not at the same time fewer years behind. So if you talk slightly away in the renter pack, you beware who at the war has been different a lot. No, in other words, we know who wears longer highlight meaning in the political matter through the globally, but the most important are what's being hooking in the program right now there. No, because have other landing who are just setting their own political ships, but today the highlighted shall be there alone. Why? Because where's others magazine? Because where other songs? Who are they in journey? Not in our oars, because what be there is alone there who's just been so highlight alone. No, as you know, have others program already begin, but today is at the hoping at the Flanders where's up because at the caucus, for example, in at the homeland war, some from at the most important election throughout the meaning in town county are living way. Why? Because as you know, for example, longer uh, titles, longer and newer songs are coming because the president Donald J. Trump and at the world wishing more than at the war at the same homelanders, more than at the war, them at the sympathizer with others who are right winning rather than at the left because as you know many songs are is, is ranking with them and more than drinking and smirking. Why? Because many times they be no more than a fakest song. And what's happened today with the left content is at the war. And if you beware more what's going on through at the globe, will know who, for example, Venezuela, China, Honduras, Nicaragua, because many one thought China could be an a greater country who are so powerful because their economy, but you know who, for example, are the one me manipulate the owner currency are somewhat at the worst bewareless. And many times I have longer contents where no more than someone who are um, not real. It's alone at the clothes and any other song. No, at the reality is other which is at the same happen through an a housing. You may be watching or you may be aware what be an a housing, for example, and a household in your neighbor. You may be aware what being and I understand throw and your neighbor, for example, no, who are there, if watching there by the front and beside them, you may be prof are so rich because are like hosts, you are alone people who are, but in a time you belong there, in a time you inner at the household, the surprising must be that you are annoyed because beyond the only from by the housing at the house are just no way and really are support. No, and it's many times happen not alone through the household, not alone through the same at the same ones the person many times blame at the same thinking. Many times words all at the same happen that them being, for example, somewhere along the saving other hosts who are not real. And only fantasy and only happen that is not real. It's not real because what being inner there are other songs and long being just an um and a guess let them at the word talk. Oh, why? Because in nowhere and so nowhere others, for example, like those left countries, if we're really at a better ocean by the war, if we're really what then at the war needed to take to ally there to arrive there and being blossomed then and building at the life from their owners and families, they not shall immigrate anyway. They shall not stand for other and a sword anytime. No, and for example, longer Chinese one are going at the homeland because they know at the payment being so lower, because it's in a reality at the poor child are so low and rather than them being enhancing the owner wellness every time being keeping away what is better by them and they know a sword and for words other stand are the better option by the owner safeness by the owner protection in the heritage in the offspring needed. Wow, because for example not alone there have other landing who been in the Sunderland and throughout the world who ally under the happening through the socialists the communists and then every time being are the most poor landings every time being who are suffering more who are more higher charged than criminals have more others evildoers will let them know be glad anyway and in the other hand are they who have at the most highly immigration charge because they don't being great what they are in a stand for. And it's not true. You may be proof my word. It belong at the web and typing them and googling what being them contains and what are hooking at the political pundit to take them. And beware who the socialists and communists are like us at the fourth really wish not. And the proof, if you have slightly on mind, is then in the other hand landscape because are somewhat nobody wished by the owner but so in the same punch at the homeland are being granted many sons have others told what happened and at the war today and more than at the war because they've been some from at the most highlight stewardshiping through the war. In my own land it happened at the same and the same who are living the others folks are the ones which not living there and it's what going on from other more rich men will obtain other wellness by their owner and family but are not as important right now. The most highlight matter today being who for example at the decision making, those homelanders puts off and plotting by granted the homeland with what they needed by stewardship in their owner land is what will twist at the future for better zone. Why? Because in a much Richmond, a county will get other chance. What happened no important because of the COVID-19. Because as you know, today at the war, to being suffering longer because of the COVID-19 at the homeland and others right one countries are being we are hinting more at the war and we are setting more careness from other landings than at the owner. In the other hand, those right-wing landing being with more support others. And it's an true no way being invented by my own, but are better to get an supply, and other pocket because at the same time you are worshiping yourself. Like the country or like the family with me support others one would be really needed. Throw in at the world or throw at the family, throw out the neighbor, but it's not the truth. Many times, it's for example, if you go in through others' histories, many times you will know who are better, who him more by share what are the life of God, are your look, or whatsoever you think so are the supply by your budget, by your wellness, by what you are granting is better in a time let them grasp slightly from what you have and isn't the truth. Is for example, they today in our homeland are through the pandemic, through the COVID-19 sickness, letting others countries being hinted by themselves. But so at the dreadness, at the dreadness are living to take care in our hola because are like us many ones and stick it for example at the maps and are posting there throughout the world who are getting answer for example at the election but you did not know and you are really uh, far from know it's so being at the reality. Why? Because the reality shall be known no at the no one thereafter at the election, thereafter at the full account. It's not true. Whatsoever others saw media stick through the CNN, through the Fox, through the others, many others, medias, shall be to take somewhat no one beware on some who meet not anybody being trusted for. Why? Because many times there are not the proof or many times me be not the proof but for example in my own landing the world know who a democracy be and a fake is one no and in my own landing have longer president who are fighting because have election fraud. In other words, you may be watching in any other channel who, for example, being an Akakus account and screaming there and displaying in your TV, but at the last, at the answer being a surprise and annoy at the world. Why? Because they meet to, hey, if me being winning, why don't lose at the election? Why me if have other account I lost in? So why? Because the valor harvesting, because on cyber attacks, and to do so me be able to let at the force other song with real no happen. If you know, for example, the President Lopez Obrador in the landing minister 2 times fight all because the election fraud. No, and not there alone throughout the country me living today. Have others in many other lands throughout the globe who are blaming at the sun because the democracy are fakes, are not real. It's as what's going on today in the world. No, but in other words, you may be so proof that, for example, California, if you are watching who are red today, redder than blue, where the answer may be other because you may be just aware of the videos, you may be just very watching every single day what they being said through the manias, but the truth is the democracy are not really, and it's happened, and every time are the same, and the world rather than also shall be well, this word is not by these political parties. It's not by the because thereafter they are will suffer less. They are when suffer less because really when are the highland and when shall be more aware and more stronger with what going on with that election is at the citizen, is at the same crowd, at the same force are living there. Why? Because are there at the real person are red and the real one. The other sons are those who are from others social class and to do so, and they are not as important. As important be the poor, as important as the as the class worker. They are as important. Not that them with a pair through the television. They are woefully less. Why? Because they hadn't living so bad. Because they may do what one a journey and have others answer without the class worker or at the poor were less. Why? Because it's not true. Because it's at the true at the word let no display anyone. Why? Because it's better by you being so dread what's going on than it's a false reality. But today, by them, it being winning at the blue words, it being winning at the red, whatsoever them being, you be need be strongly in your mind, your soul, your health, whatsoever some by address what coming in the further. If we didn't turn out, if we didn't order because whatsoever, because by my own, if being done a check from at the winner but at the election is because really are the ones do so. But if being John Biden and the Sleepy Joe are the winner, by my own shall be at the most bigger fraud and at the history because are someone so obviously no, but our hosts have been through the war and not alone one country, have longer, have others fought who, because they one of own their owner punder in a democracy and being enslaved because the reality pin are not exist. So, but whatever, whatsoever happened throughout the landing there at the ones, at the homelanders, and throughout all the world need be already by whatsoever happened. They need be already because the knowledge, because the mind, because the heart, because whatsoever they need. They need be already. And it's at the really, really, really no shall escape from anyone. May not be because the president, may not be there because the Holland, may not be there because of them. This program today is by them we are hearing and is at the real one. At the real one, we have the normal job. With them, we are suffering because our medicine less. Then we are not anything because the age. Then we are really any advising from any other institution because of the corruption. By them are my words today. You need be so very proof, you need be so very stronger whatsoever some coming because at the world being today other wish. And me be tired. Beware one day where calculate or what you are supporting them shall be the loser. And no so is like us, no one throw the word water, but are not so important there. Are important be that you have and words of what you are browsing in your mind and fought for them. If you gonna drop your owner company, fought for them out of whatsoever has been among your owner. If you want being an entrepreneur and build all your owner company, do so. No import in a the same state be among your owner fight for your dreams and dreaming like that. If you wanna do a writer, you wanna be whatsoever, so you have the skills because the human being wears all what they needed by blossom themselves and by then get other twinklings rather than at the animals. At the tears there, at the pets in at the house, they are no creators, they are no sinners, they are no builders, they are not the soul, but you are who takes them. No, in the other hand, so, are important wherever they coming, let not your enforcement is shrinking and anytime check your own feeling because are not deeming what you dream. In the other hand, could be through longer years, could yourself be indeed amongst their owner is today are how can your owner landing pad are heightless. Why? Because you like being have at the right to think what you wanna and enforce your owner self by your dream. If your neighbor, it are the state, it are the state government, whatsoever being among your owner, you wear up are right. If you wanna be a singer in at the weekend, but through the wind blame your owner business or whoever wears all on your mind, you may be stronger because whatever other political party may be saying loud where you are living, but are not important. Are important are not there today in this program. Are important is you what you like citizen, what you want normal ones and normal not because we're some who grown or being ill being an abnormal one. Normal because you know where's all at the hinting and you where's not all at the advising from the age who the social class or those elite class. They are not important because they were all the living Soviet. And important is the poor. And important as are the class working. They are really when needed our careness. And us many times being jeopardizing ourselves by then know who are at the truth and or being at the voice for them us being the voices, and many times us know who are better by them and are fighting are important and the most highlight is there are there and once more whatever being with of time at the winning blue red whatever song no remind your dreams, your workforce, your family, at the same from your family, more than any host. Big so carry what your family today are at the most highland social you've been seeking for, whatever time because you maybe been holding and a success living through what you are setting by your owner and by your family. But many times, so-called your parties, what your family is today. Why? Because have others fault we are by then nothing about if other lost them families, if other lost them budget, if others lost what they want or what they wish or what they been working through longer reserva para tan so by then are nothing about and by them are so easier take away an a weapon no and a gun and start to order, hey, let me what you hold all. Because if not, you being is meter right now. And is that the truth? By them are not nothing in the world when really our highlight are your owner and your family. Care your family first of all. Care your owner, care your dearly one are the most highland social at the saying stewardship through the government saying at the saying others counties at the owner neighbor grasp or that rated that whatsoever. But here, being bluers, being red, you and your dearly ones are the most highlight. And P are so aware and be so strong what being coming. No, but in the other hand, you know who, for example, if you are viewing in the other time, in other moment through the election and behind, so who in the same, for example, in the same blue party, others who are members and who are in the cluster by the same party, let know, for example, at the Joe Biden be when running by the presidency. Why? Because probably they know who are not and and uh, and um fixing through the same party. No, because rather than being in a cluster who are just in the same zone, everyone getting what they wish. No, and our like hosts are the worst needless. And our hosts are the worst wobbly not show pass out to ahead in the presidency. May in an institution, maybe in a small business, no, who are at the cluster just fictantic there, but not by a presidency, but not by a hair at the someone at most highest content to the globe words of today. Anytime rather than that need other so much better. Other we are most matching others with skirmish less because it's what they needed. Someone will be not skirmish and someone will be sloping not. Why? Because what they blame is not be care for others truly. Because if we're at the counter, today shall be fading or regardless, dampened many others evildoers who are amongst at the peace because it's no more than that. Because really are they broken of the freedom through the families and are at the most highland care at the families without important being red or being blue. Care at the families and care what them working on are at the most highlight. But whatever, if you know who are the bluer one throw at the Thailand them being hooked by the 2020 presidency running, they are so broken up between themselves, between the Kamala Harris. Now Hillary Clinton once more are leading message by them, but thereafter and behind have others, for example, Nancy Pelosi, and themselves between them are unmascaring themselves. You know, I remember a debate between Joe Biden, who are amongst the Larry, other son in the same debate are themselves unmascaring, who are the president Donald Trump led than others know. No, who, for example, at the Sleepy Joe, spill some who in a debate, in a Democrat debate, and they are at the same contradiction, and later pull it on others' wars through the war. No, and it's a reality. No, and it said Nancy Pelosi, our growing here shall not be at the president and law. The owner blue ones are so shake. Rather can be allowed are not aware, are rather than aware, are not ready by being then when being up on through at the presidency. But if you wanna be more or wanna know what's happened at the presidency election are just in at the corner, have no more than a 1 day and have no more time by losing me so be dread. I don't know more what blame because all my life, all my honor brand and beating that so, but tomorrow we'll have an answer and Wobbly will be with you what where that's happened, not being so highlight, but an important remember are your owner and must be with them and with others landing with words of other political happen with them because them and let them know who is still at the war and let them have others plunders are great and heartily by your owner society and by your families and your daily ones. Well, being fully by today, thank you for joining me and see you later.